again, Ben, is I'm gonna give you a host, and I'll just guide you through sharing. Oh, actually, you're on an iPad, huh? So maybe I will share screen for you if you send me a picture and stuff. But yeah, you have host right now. But take it, Ben, is I'm gonna give you a host, and okay, so we're going live right now. So yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's talk about the eyes. Let's talk about what we want to talk about. I'm gonna just spread the link.
Yeah, we can keep going on the conversation with last time, talking about how we can really see how things goes out of the body while detoxification, because we can think because we're not eating the bad stuff will be good, but it's just because we're avoiding the bad. So of course you have to feel better. But at a certain point, when you really go through the deep shit, especially the genetic one, when you have a lot of neurologic disease like MS or not schizophrenia, but it will be like seizures, epileptic, all kind of disease like that. You will see during the detox time, when you'll do it, the colors of the inside coming to your tongue, because the tongue is part of the guts. So while you really do the detox for a certain time, you will see, especially if you have dark eyes, the back of your tongue be dark, really brown, sometimes black, then brown, then orange kind of, and white and pink. And if you have blue eyes, because that's the subject we want to talk about, the eyes, iridology and stuff like that. When you have blue eyes, it's mostly going to be like white and pink when you're going to detox. Except when you're really going to check deep inside the eyes of somebody with a really good picture, you're going to be able to see the sulfur like we talked about last time. Exactly. And you will see on the tongue. Like as an example, people with green eyes, we call it candidos.
Yeah. And so Ben, I was wondering, so basically the tongue will reflect the acidity of the organism, right? That's what you're saying? And then the darker colors are more...
No? The degenerative chronicity on the cells.
Okay, got it. The chronic degeneration of the cells. Got it.
Thank you. Yes, because like we talked about a couple of days ago together, we were born with the toxic. So we were made into our mom's womb with the toxin of the mother. Yeah. So everything's going to be created with it.
Yes.
So what we see and what we learn as a human being, we only understand what we see and we can touch. Yes. Of course, what we're going to feel during a detox time or something, but we have no idea about what's the real healthy body, like at the beginning, like it really was. If it was a beginning without no shit, with no toxin, because all the knowledge we can learn again and again, we kind of understand everything was created with the problems, on purpose. Everything, that's how I kind of understand now. Everything is here to confuse you.
Yeah.
There is so many things to confuse you. As an example, mushroom. Some can kill you. Some are good, but it's not because you can eat it, they're good for you. It's fungus still,
Yeah.
So,
Ben, I would love to add to that, because this is what Dr. Sebi talks about with books, with all these herbalistic books, you know what I mean? Like there's so much confusion, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, in New York, Dr. Sebi was saying how people are recommending peppermint, people are recommending honey, people are recommending all these things that are really, really low in pH. And so, it's really confusing to someone if one text and one whatever medical community tells you one thing, but then really it's not true at all. So really it's a matter of what is least confusing, which means what is most original, right? What was here before all the bullshit? That's my question usually. What do you think about that?
What was there at the beginning?
Well, yeah. What do you think about that question of how, I think, again, there's so many areas of confusion when it comes to health. And really, like in my perspective, the easiest way to go at it is what was here before all of the confusion, like to ask that question. And I'm not saying I have all the answers to that question, but I'm saying asking that question is what helped me. So what do you think about that?
It's really complex, because you have so many things to take and to understand, but I will have ego or be too cocky to say I'm able to say it, man. That's really a hard question you're asking, but I would say everything is here to confuse at the level like we are so much degenerated. When
Yes.
something gonna give a trigger and gonna give a stimulation and we're gonna feel something, we
Yes.
think that's the reality and the truth. This
Yes.
is because we are so low.
Yes. Well,
That's the
100%.
opposite. That's the
I think
opposite.
I think acidosis is confusion.
Because I think we talked about it when you have the fruits and you really understand you have to go to the fruits. At a
Yes.
certain point, they're going to be very aggressive for you. You have
Yeah.
some people have to avoid watermelon because they have edema, or melon, those kind of things. And at a certain point, you have to avoid the really black berries because they have a lot of level of astringent and antioxidant.
I
So
see.
it depends
Okay.
who you're going to treat.
Yeah. One second, man. Roger just signed in. Let me just coordinate with him and see. Let's see if we're still going or if it got cut off.
Who you good?
Yeah, I think we're still going. So
We good. We good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, yeah, exactly, man. And I think when someone is in acidosis, I think this is what Jesus healing the blind is talking about, man. I think that if someone is not in conflict within their organism, they won't be blind. And so this idea of clarity to me, man, is less parasites, less acidosis, less candida, less all of these things. And then, it's funny how clarity is linked with the eye and perception and all of these things, right? And you're going into that right now. So can you actually tell us a little bit about how you disagree with Dr. Morse on the eyes and a little bit on that?
Oh, it's not, it's kind of hard, but it's just like little things you find out after working and doing and living the things. It'll be like Dr. Morse, man, I have all respect for Dr. Morse and Dr. Sebi. I'm not even at the level they have, I'm very humble. But like he's talking about having clear brown eyes and blue eyes as the two different eyes you can have. And about my perspective now, I will say you always have blue eyes. And everything will give you a color because it's chemistry. What makes it green? The yellow you have on the guts and the blue makes green. I don't make it. That's the way it is. So when you're able to really look out, see a lot of pictures, working with people and living the things like I've been living, you understand a couple of differences with the master, but the guy is amazing. I don't even touch his level. The way he explains and understand everything. I have my own way and it's really close because I don't have even the words in English to explain so complicated, I leave that to some good people. I tell them, listen to Dr. Morse or listen to that person, They explain way better than me. I have the easiest way. The way I do it is to go really and be very effective,
Yeah, and I guess my question was more so about the original eyes, because you were talking about how you think everyone is blue in some sense, right? Like that's the highest kind of level of
if everything is healthy, it has to be blue and blonde hair.
Exactly.
And blonde hair.
That's my question, is if you can go into that a little more, because you were saying that Dr. Morse thinks that there is a base brown eyes, but you're saying no, that you can heal even further than the brown eyes and blue and go blue, right?
Oh, to make it become blue again, like I say, we were born genetically this way, so it's kind of hard. We can light the eyes, but it's really hard when it's really dark.
Yes.
We don't have enough energy. We are very degenerated, So we have a hard time to live.
Yes.
We can still clean using like a hyperbaric chamber, hyperbaric, if you heard about that. People usually do that when they're going to scuba diving, and it's going to help you to pass because too much pressure,
Yes.
So when you do that, and I did a lot of sessions, like almost 50, because of my MS, multiple sclerosis, and they've been helping a lot, and you're really going to feel it because it's more pressure with the lymphatic system. So it's going to be easier for your body to clean, because you're going to spend less energy. So you can, if you were born with blue eyes, it's a kind of luck. You're not better, you're less dirty.
I see. Yeah.
Because it's all about the lymphatic system, the sewer system.
Yes. And that's the only reason why I ask, because I'm still not sure on that, and I would love to learn more on that front too. And yeah, man, and really, man, I think I lost my train of thought.
So yeah, let's go back to, if you want, on the guts and the eyes color
Yes.
a little bit. It will reflect what you have, but to understand where you're going, if you have somebody to help you, about what you're doing,
Yes.
because you're gonna see the things. And if you start to be scared while you're detoxing, because you're starting to be aware when you listen to Dr. Sebi or Dr. Morse, you want to be scared, And that's what happened for like maybe 70% of the people who do the real diet. They start to be scared because they get skinnier and skinnier and skinnier.
Exactly.
But the body is the computer and he knows what he's doing. But remember, it's all about frequency, and it took me like 6-7 years, but because I didn't have too much people to talk to understand we have a different level of frequency energy in the body. And it's the water we have, because we are like 90% of water, Maybe I go a little too far, but that's all what it is. Lymphatic, cells, blood, and water. So so the body is going to empty you for the low level of frequency energy we have, to fill it up with the good water, if we're able to find spring water or the water coming from the fruits,
Yes, and this is
because
why,
nature gives you everything you're supposed to have.
Exactly, and this is why, man, I want to get away from everyone, or not everyone, but everyone who's putting out bad frequency and creating bad water. You see what I'm saying? That's really the core of the issue. Is I want people that are dedicated to cleaning their waters, to make their waters the spring of God, or the spring of youth, or whatever they want to call it, right? Because that's the thing, man. When you're healing, something so important, Ben, that I think goes right over our heads, is we need a good environment. Just like psychedelics, right? Just like when there's an immense opening and changing and radical shift experience. Same with the fast. When you fast, it gets psychedelic, right? When you fast, I really think a good natural environment where other people aren't bringing bad frequencies to lower the energy of your water is important, right?
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it. Because the fast, people think when you're fasting, that's your easiest things to do because you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to be chill, quiet, with the green nature, because it's going to use all your energy to clean. So that's one of the hardest job, actually.
Yes.
And we don't have to go too quick, because people thinking because they can see shit coming out by the skin, like eczema or psoriasis, they think the shit is coming out, during the fast. But if you don't have kidney filtration, it's only burning from the inside. It's like you can see the door, but you cannot pass it through, because the frequency level of energy.
Yes.
The frequency of energy will make you, so the toxin cannot pass through. So what we call psoriasis or eczema is burning the skin from inside. So you really have to wait and be patient for months, being on raw food and, slowing down everything, to be able to activate everything.
Yes.
But you need to be patient. And this is how it's going to prove how much you're strong, how much you believe in health.
Resilience. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Because like I say, always detachment, no emotions. Because you're going to have a lot of emotion passing through during detox. We've been talking about it on the other video we did together. So everything is emotions. So feel free, detached, So that's the hardest job you can make in your life. All due respect to the mothers who give birth, not talking about the problem they can have. But when you detox, man, a really hard disease, you understand your pain and you be humble with life,
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. And I've been getting some detox symptoms too. Whenever I do, like for instance, right now I'm doing mostly papaya and banana. I'm gonna do some cooking and preparing when my brothers come, Justin and Aaron come. But while I was doing a lot of raw stuff, I would get like 1-day headaches. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like for 1 day, I can tell my body's like heating up and killing something. You know what I mean? Like that, it's burning something. You know what I mean? And then the next day, I'm completely fine. And that's for me. I'm sure it can get more severe if I get more serious and I do dry fast and water fast and stuff. But when I'm on fruit and it's very few fruit, right? And I always do Dr. Sebi's list fruit. But when I'm on fruit, I get like 1-day headaches, and then maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks later, another 1-day headache. That's my detox.
On the beginning, when I start with the green juice, vegetables, celery juice and cucumbers, I was having a headache couple hours every day.
Oh, wow.
Because when you want to do the job and pull and take so much shit into circulation into your body, you're going to feel it.
Yeah.
You're going to feel it. This is how you're going to be able to balance everything, There's someone on the chat I'm in touch with to Raji.
Yeah, what's
to
up,
be,
Raji? Wait, keep going. You were talking to someone on the chat, and
yeah, I'm helping because he's having eczema, and he's being too quick, and he was still on grape, and we had to slow down also the grape because it was too aggressive,
Yes.
Because people don't understand if they want to cure something,
Yeah.
they have to take time, especially if they have a lot of symptomatics.
Yes.
Because you're already burning and you want to activate it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be even stronger as a symptomatic.
Yeah.
So you always want to slow down things. It's all about chemistry, but to understand it's really hard. You have so many levels in the body,
Yes.
But you want to avoid frustration. You want to avoid pain.
Yeah. Yeah. Raji, what's up?
Guys? Yeah, what's up? I'm gonna have I'm going to have a session, and I don't think it. Hi, Ben. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to log in on my Zoom, but I can't create. But it's fine. Okay. I do it on Messenger.
Do you want us to do this some other day? Our show?
No. You guys keep going. That's the important work. I find ways. Okay. Right. Much love, guys. Keep on the work. Okay.
Thank you.
Peace, man.
Ciao.
Alrighty. Yeah. So, but yeah, man. I mean, but when I first heard of iridology, it just blew my mind, because the fact that it so accurately represents, like, the fact that you can just look into someone's eye. So really, I think subconsciously we can pick up on who's healthy and who's not just by looking at them. You know what I mean? Because if everything is displayed right here, it's just like a, what do you say? It's just like a metaphor for what goes on in there, and that's the other thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he show you the level of frequency of the organs and area we have, and everything inside, like vagina, prostate, he show you everything, and you can see what will be the level of inflammation because of the colors.
Yeah.
As an example, somebody with clear eyes will have some very white rope around the pupil for the guts. It will show low level of inflammation. If he has it as orange or red, I'm able to just look at him and talking to the person. You have problem with the guts, right? You will be like, how do you know?
I can see the sulfur in your. I can see the sulfur in your eyes, right? You're going to say that?
Man, with a lot of women I had, because with my organic shop, I was sharing with a lot of people and doing my search. And I was able to tell a woman she has urine infection. She was like, my husband doesn't even know that. How the hell do you know? Like even constipation for the ass, secum, being tight. So many things like you can see and they don't even know.
So when women want to hide their disease from you, they have to avoid eye contact.
Man, you can see a lot, but it's just to show you where you have to be specific, with chemistry. So it's really interesting when you're passionate, It will give you a lot of information, I've been waiting a couple of months until I get into it, and I was like, man, you've been stupid to wait.
Dude, we have to do something like this. Like, we have to do like, we have to set some facility up where we can see the eyes live, and we can show people and walk through them as we're looking at someone's eye. Like right here, there's a lacuna over here, in this 9 o'clock area, whatever that body part is, because I don't know and I really want to learn.
Yeah, there's almost an hour and a half, 2 hours video from Dr. Moore. So maybe you can put the link down below the video. Yes. And of course, we'll put it on the Star Show. Yes. But yeah, because he explained it so well, But maybe if you can put the picture, I send it to you. We can show just a few things with the colors. If you're able to put it on.
Yeah, if you just send on Telegram, I think I can share it. Or did you already send it?
I did send you on your private, but tell me what to do.
Oh yes, okay, yeah, I have it. So let me see. So which one is it? The one with a lot of the lacuna, or
the one with a lot of colors, with all the colors, That one.
Okay, sulfur, got it. Okay, here, let me dump it and I'll show.
Because you can see the blue, the green, the yellow, the orange.
Where is this thing downloading to? Downloads folder. Okay. Got it. Okay, share screen. Boom. You just let me know when you see it then?
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, so you can see on the both extremities, it's way lighter and you can barely see the blue, you know?
Yeah.
You know? So
Oh yeah, so this is a blue eye, huh?
this is a blue eye.
Wow.
But he has all the level of
Wow.
chronicity. I don't know how you say that, you know?
Yeah,
So
chronic degeneration, yeah.
yeah. So you go until if you more inflammation you have, more dark is gonna be. Brown,
Yes.
then black, you know?
Yes.
So that's where it's good, the guts, because that's where you have the fermentation 24/7, especially
Yeah.
if you eat meat, dairies, you know.
And Ben, if I'm not mistaken, the intestines are like this middle area right here, right?
It will be a rope around actually. It will be very thin and it will be actually around the shape of what you can see at the flower around what you're showing. So I will have to show you if I take host and another day we can show it and we're able to see
Maybe
what it is.
something like this, maybe? Like right there, right?
Almost just a little bigger, but it's going to be like showing a lot of different shape, you know, all around, really like a sunflower, you know.
I see. Got it.
So this will show you how much chronicity they have, like the guts are in bad shape, you know.
Yeah, dude.
And all the colors will show you different inflammation on different areas, you know.
Yeah.
You can see thyroid, parathyroid, lungs, kidneys.
Is it this brown stuff sulfur, or am I wrong?
Yes, mostly it will be sulfur, what Dr. Moss call it lymphatic.
Mm-hmm.
But I will have to send you another picture, maybe right now, to show you what is really lymphatic on the blue eye. Hold on.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, because you can really see the difference. It took me a long time because I was learning, you know. Yeah, it's coming up. So yeah, that's the beauty with the eyes. You're able to see everything. So that's not a blue eye, but you can still see the lymph. I'm sending to you.
You know, that is such a metaphor, man, because it's like with the eyes, you do see everything or you don't see anything. You know what I mean? Like you're either clear or you're blind. And literally the eyes are showing you, are you full of acidosis? Meaning, are you blind? Are you confused? Or are you clear? Just by your eyes. That's crazy.
Yes. But like I say, at the level about what I understand, I know we're already all messed up, you know.
Yes.
It's really about to know exactly where we're going and to not mess up any other part, because inside we are in bad shape, you know, really bad shape. Really
so what you're saying, it's just a matter of, are you are your eyes getting worse or better? You know, that's all we want to know, right? If
because you're going to be able after just a couple of months to see what we have. If we have regeneration or degeneration.
Wow.
But we already know with the diet.
So you're basically saying we don't need an X-ray. You know, we don't need this. We don't need blood.
We see better. We see way better than X-ray and everything. Like, man, hey, man, I was riding my bike at the end of July and I messed up, okay? And I broke a couple of bones, you know, on ribs. And I didn't go to the hospital because I know it was broken. I ain't gonna change shit. I'm gonna wait for what? Telling me it's broken? I know it's broken. Yes. So I went home and I had 3 weeks of rest, you know?
Yeah.
So if it's broken, except if it's an emergency and it's like going that way for your arm or your legs, of course you're going. They're going to put it all straight with surgery. That's when you need surgery. But with the eye, you see everything. What they don't even see, because they don't see the lymph and the frequency of energy and everything going on inside. They only see what you have. I can tell you if it's broken, you know, I don't need the X-ray. So
that's just amazing though. But like basically we're bankrupting the pharmaceutical system just by the eyes, or we're just, you know, we can bankrupt the medical system just with your eyes. You know, if you think about it.
They don't recognize it.
Yeah.
They say it's bullshit, you know. They don't even understand. They're not connected. It's so high level of frequency to awareness, you know.
Yes.
They only understand what is materialistic, you know, and mechanically. They don't see the magic.
And complex, because the looking at the eye, it's so sophisticated, but at the same time, it's so simple. You know what I mean? If we all were taught how to do this, it's so simple. Yet they want to complexify, use this machine, develop a degree to use the machine, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, because if they confuse you and you don't know how to do and you think it's hard, you're not going to do it by yourself, and you're still going to be a slave.
Yes.
So this is at that level, we've been intoxicated. You know, we don't
Yes.
understand shit. We don't, you know, because everything is so messed up inside. So first of all, you have to clean, and then more you clean, more is going to come to you.
Yes.
You know, and maybe if you want to show also about the parasites, the little test people can do with the glass. Remember the one I sent you?
Please, yeah. Okay, yeah. Just show it on the share screen, right? One sec.
Yeah, because we can just see if we have a lot, but we usually know it because of the diet. But people will spit on a glass of water in the morning as soon as they wake up, after or before they go to pee. And then they're going to be able to see the saliva going down on the glass. And if it goes quick, you know, it looks like a little bit like a spider web, you know, you say?
Yeah. But,
And if it goes quick to the bottom of the glass, that means you have a lot of parasites. If you smoke, if you do alcohol, if you do bread, starch, gluten.
So here, let's show it. Wait, one sec. There we go. Let me know if you see it, and I'll play when you see it.
So yeah, exactly. If you can play it, I hope you can. Yeah. So see, you can see the spider web coming down, and you already have some saliva on the bottom of the glass. You see, looks like kind of somebody come in the glass.
Yeah.
You know,
right here, I see it.
Yeah. So if you show maybe the other just picture, it's a little bit clearer. The other picture you have. And maybe you come back, yeah, and you just push start, so you can see the bottom also. Yeah, on the top you can see a lot of little bubbles, look like some air bubbles. You see it?
Yes.
Oh, at the surface, that show you have parasites.
Wow.
All that.
Really?
Yes. And you see all the spider web going down. If it goes quick, you have a lot.
I see. And this is just what, distilled water or just regular water?
Yeah, just water. You don't care. Yeah, from the sink. You don't care. It's just to see it, you know, because the water is going to be used as a.
So again, can you explain to people how they can tell it one more time that you spit in the.
Yeah, just in the morning when you wake up, you spit on a glass of water, and you're going to be able to see the saliva going down. And if you really take its time, like for minutes, that means you barely have it. If you barely have just a few of the bubbles or barely. And if you have a bunch like this, it used to be a Californian friend of mine, and he was on pasta every day, you know, and Coke. So again, smoking every day. So
the two things we're looking for is lots of bubbles up top and then the saliva going down quickly. That means lots of parasites. And if the saliva goes down slow and there aren't much bubbles on top, then less parasites, right?
Exactly, because we're always going to have parasites. It's part of the intestinal biota, you know.
Yes.
We have a balance between the bacteria, I forgot, bacteria. Oh man, the virus, bacteria, virus, and fungus.
Yeah.
You have three different things in the guts, you know. So we need to have a balance. If you don't feed them every day, they're just going to be here for the waste we have and we produce every day, because lactic acid when we move and phosphoric acid when we think, you know.
Wow. So wait, one more time. Phosphoric acid when there's brain mental processes going on, and lactic acid and when there's movement going on, huh?
Exactly. So you always have friction between the cells because we are alive. You know, we have oxygen, and so those waste is called cells waste. We have kidneys and skin. If the kidneys we have kidneys filtration.
Exactly. And that's a key point that you brought up, that again, when you run and there's not enough oxygen, so your body is, backed up, again, it creates lactic acid. So just based on movement, there's acidity being created. Just based on eating, there's acidity being created. Just based on thinking, there's acidity being created. It's just
not when you eat fruits.
But don't you think there'd be at least minor processes, I'm not saying a big amount, but there's a natural amount of acidosis that's created in the body, even when you ingest fruit. Is that true or no?
Yeah, it depends on your level, but you're still living every day, man. So it doesn't impact on you. It doesn't impact on you.
Exactly.
You know? That's as an example, People, running every day or working out, they have a water bottle with them.
Yeah.
And they don't understand you're gonna extend. Do you say extend? Yeah, to
Expand?
make it big. Expand, yeah, expand, my bad. The level of water in your blood when you drink water, and especially the bad water from the bottle they're drinking. So you're gonna have less sugar. So you want to have fruits while you during sports, apple juice, you make yourself, squeeze orange juice, because you want to bring the sugar you're using.
Yes.
And if you don't have a spring water, it's better to not drink anything. But why they have to drink the water during the exercise? Because they have so much inflammation because they eat meat and too much protein,
Yes. Yeah, man. 100%.
So if you want to be successful, you need to have the fruits. That's the carbon, the sugar. It's chemistry, Doctors don't even understand that.
They don't understand simple chemistry. They don't understand pH. You know what I mean? They're just insane, man. And what's funny? Mike Tyson said that too. Mike Tyson said the greatest gladiators that won 3 or 4 times and came back, they weren't eating meat.
Yeah, they were green. Yeah, for sure. And Alexander the Great was choosing the fighter by ideology.
Whoa!
Beautiful stuff. Yeah.
Wow. He was.
Don't remember when I get it, but.
Wow, he was choosing the fire or the fighter based on the mirror of the soul.
Yeah, because they can see the behavior. If the brain is touched by inflammation, you're gonna have behavior like bipolar or schizophrenic or anything. You can see everything on the brain. Yeah, it was a lot of customers I had. I was able to tell them if they are claustrophobic. They don't like small space, with the low top and everything. How do you know that? I can see, it's very specific. I'm not doing divine shit, I need to ask and to share with the person I'm in touch with, because my knowledge is just to be specific. So of course I need to do your historical, and everything. I need you to share with me.
Exactly.
So yeah, you can see everything. Everything is related. It's so fucking amazing,
Maybe our community, because I kind of wanted to have like an inner circle and an outer circle just for that purpose, that the inner circle, like you can fast any day, you know what I mean? Because the people around you, again, they're coherent frequency, and maybe we can determine the level of the inner circle based on the eyes, like Alexander was choosing the great fighters with the eyes. You know what I mean? Or at least see like the progression of eyes since the first entry of the community, and then later, and see how much degeneration is reversed or gotten worse. You know what I mean?
You see with the attitude and what they're going to do, also, because of course it's nice to see it with the eyes. But like I said, we can go far about moving the stuff. Like I was having a lot of cholesterol and I was able to see it, and it's been removing like a lot. Usually the quantity I had around 30 years old is what you have when you're 70 or 80,
That's crazy.
So, and you can even see the cholesterol in the brain, and you can see also the cataract.
Cataracts,
cataracts. You can see in the eyes, in the dog's eyes, and it's because they have cholesterol in the brain.
Wow.
When you have a lot of level of toxicity, especially in your brain, the cholesterol is here to protect you as a buffer, Is here to slow down the acidity between the lymph and the blood, and everything,
Yeah.
So when you have a lot in the brain and a lot of people being bald, they have a lot of toxin in the hair because it doesn't grow no more. It's burned so much 24/7. The body doesn't spend energy to make it grow again.
Wow.
The body is smart because the most important is here between, the
exactly
the trunk,
Because you're saying the body conserves the energy for the minimum necessary that's most important, right?
Brain, heart, lungs, what you need to make you live, every day.
And that's why diabetes patients, they lose like fingers, toes, right? Because they're extremities.
That's the extremities, like losing the boner and everything,
Yes.
Or being scared, because you're losing oxygen in the brain, so you start to be,
Yeah, schizophrenia, all of these things, forget what other people say, and it's just crazy.
So as soon as you could cook food, because if you still have those problems and you have cooked food, you have one of the highest level of inflammation,
Yeah, people really need to get this, that if you're sick, you should not be eating cooked food, right?
Exactly. Anything was transformed, even if it's cold. I don't care if you cook it last night and it's still different chemistry. Okay. Okay, to really let you know and to go deep, to really be like, okay,
Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
As soon as you eat cooked food,
Yes.
the thyroid gland doesn't work no more.
Whoa.
Even once. I mean, it doesn't stop. Actually, it just go really low. So even for you and me being on raw food, when you do cook food, woof.
Wow. Why is that?
Because you're changing the chemistry of what is supposed to read. It's like a Samsung and the fucking iPhone,
Yeah.
They don't read,
Yes.
So
I'm open to this because the saying, I know this is true for dogs for sure, because, like for humans, I'm like a little more lenient and saying, because, we're fantastic creatures and, we have the capability of starting fire and all these things. So I'm more skeptical there, but with dogs, 100%, I know dogs should not be eating cooked food because they can't even prepare it. But you're saying that even human beings, the moment cooked food enters their body, something with their thyroid goes wrong?
yes, everything actually. I'm talking about the thyroid because it's passing through directly the throat, But if you imbalance the thyroid, you imbalance everything because you're going to regulate the calcium level, in your blood and everything. So everything is connected.
Wow.
As an example, if you want to go deep, when you have fruits on the fridge for more than 3 days, it's a dead fruit.
Wait, what?
It's go ahead, go 3 days on the fridge, you're going to be dead,
Yeah, that's so
So
true.
it's the same for a fruit, because if you don't wait until it's ripen, right? This is how you say ripen on the tree, ripen, right? Yeah, you don't have all the chemistry.
Yes.
So it's not finished. It's not finished,
Yeah.
So it's like anything you're gonna start and it's not done, so you cannot use it.
So what do you think of, because you said 3 days. Is that like a hard set rigid thing? Like, because sometimes I'll put the fruit just to like cool it. And then sometimes I freeze like bananas and stuff. Is freezing bad completely?
You can ask yourself, my friend. Go put your ass on the freezer. It's like people ask you, listen, doctors at medical school gonna learn that cooking food, it's better for the health, all right? If I put you half an hour on the oven, what's gonna happen to you? Dehydrated, you're dead.
Yeah, but this
So
is the
that's so
thing.
simple, my friend.
I remember Morse talking similar to this. He was saying, like, if you heat something up, that's acid. But if you cool something, isn't that alkaline? You see what I'm saying? And I get the refrigerator thing because, again, it's in an environment it shouldn't be for prolonged periods of time, and like different things, like, and the chemistry changes. But the whole idea of freezing, isn't it that the chemistry almost stops? And yeah, I can see why a raw fruit is better than a frozen.
Stop to keep it, it's like the fridge. Like if you want to make a community, we should avoid the fridge because it makes you keep stuff instead of just consume what you need at the moment. Because when you grow, you're having when you need. You go to the tree, you eat, you're done. There's no dish, there's nothing to do, man. It's so easy your life. You don't even need to buy a kitchen, when you buy a house or something.
Wow.
What would you like to?
Wow.
So simplicity.
Exactly, man. That's it. That's it, man. We shouldn't be having a fridge. We shouldn't even be having preparation. We shouldn't be having these things. And again, there are people that are not at that level yet. That's fine. But our end goal should be that, right? That is Garden of Eden, where there's no extra effort, whether it's preparation, right? Whether it's whatever.
As an example, you shouldn't even have a time to eat. You eat while you walking around in your garden, if you're able to have a garden, So while you have your day, gardening and doing your stuff and your life, you have a couple of fruits. And I like to, a little bit. I don't like most of the time to have a big meal. It's too heavy on the stomach. Depend your habits, But it should be like this way, always light. And that's why fruit is mostly water. It just go easy. You barely have to lose time and energy. It's coming for energy,
And it's instant, like a veggie or something else. It takes a long time for the energy to be squeezed out. And then that effort and energy and time is wasted energy, time, effort.
Exactly. You want to optimize stuff after that, especially if you're really tired, Yes. That's why I know so much to be specific and to know exactly with everybody what to do,
And this is why I want to make sure that it's really seasonal. Like in Morocco and Portugal, I want to be able to have at least 4 different types of fruits that are in different seasons. You see what I'm saying? So, go ahead. Is that
Mediterranean is like too. No, Mediterranean is really warm, especially Morocco because it's below Portugal, and Spain. As an example, I live in the south of France, and I'm all year long in flip flop and a pair of shorts.
Yeah.
I haven't wear shoes for 6 years, 7 years. I don't like. I can
Wow.
stand it. I feel like constipated in my feet,
Me too.
in the
Yeah.
shoes. I
Yeah.
hate wearing shoes.
Yeah. I
I
only
need
do
when
flip.
I ride my bicycle, but I hate it.
Yeah. I only do flip flops, but if there's like, if I'm in nature where I know there's not going to be much glass and stuff, always barefoot. You know what I mean?
Because people are gonna brush what they have as a dry skin below the feet, like
Yeah.
kind of the woman with the stereotype because they want everything smooth and shit. But you need that dry skin to be able to walk everywhere to not have pain.
Yes.
You're not even supposed to wear shoes because wearing shoes already unbalance your energy.
Yeah. Especially rubber, right? You're already disconnecting the electricity that could be coming up from the earth. Like that's crazy.
That's why they made roads with concrete to
Yeah.
doesn't let pass through the energy from the ground to you,
Wow,
because you're supposed to be connected to the ground every day, to the Mother Earth.
I've heard this, that concrete just absorbs things. Concrete just absorbs your energy. Absorbs the frequency, just takes it away, and it takes it in. So that's why
It could be.
Sebi was talking about how different huts before they had no floors. It was a dirt floor, but it wasn't dirty. It was clean. The house was clean, even though it was a dirt floor, it wasn't dirty. And now we have concrete floors and it's dirty as shit. We're using all these foreign chemicals. We're walking on it and we're taking it in with the skin. We're smelling it. We're inhaling it. We're smoking the freaking
We don't even smell it no more. Because when you make a new concrete, you have a bad smell, when it's warm and you can see it, you see the smoke. But because we have a really bad smell, because not enough energy, we barely smell it,
Exactly.
So we've been losing everything, man.
That is insane, man. Wow. So well, obviously we're doing these things more. Was it Ben's going to be in our community, right? Eventually, I think you're going to Pineal first, seeing what you can do to help them, and yeah, man. But let's keep going. What else should we talk about on the eyes and stuff?
I don't know if anybody on the chat has a question or something.
Yeah, let me see. I should be on that
because it's a little early for over there.
Yeah, I don't think there are much questions. There's some comments, but yeah.
Anything else?
Or if you want, we can cut it short and we can do another one real quick.
In a few days or something?
What's up?
In a few days, you say?
Yeah, like if you
let me think about if we have something more to say and.
Yeah, exactly.
Some subject to avoid or something like the one we're talking together about the parasites and the hormones.
Almonds.
Or maybe another hormones.
Hormones.
Another subject. Yeah, I told you about the imbalance with hormones. Maybe we can save it for Rumble or.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, gotcha. That one. Gotcha.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very sensitive things. Even if people can be aware about maybe thinking, believe in Eden or stuff like that, they'll be like, I don't want to rush too much stuff, so.
Yeah. Like some people are just not ready, you know what I mean? And so they need extra precautions. I actually got one question here from Jordi Ordonis. She says, what fruit best to slow down detox? And can I give a shot at this? Is it not?
Oh, the fruits? She said the fruits?
Yeah, she said, what fruit can best slow down? Isn't it not avocado and like banana, right?
Yes, because it's dense, it's lipidic, so it's going to slow down the lymphatics. And of course, the cooked meal. If you have a cooked potatoes or cooked zucchinis or carrots, when they have the cooked food, is really going to stop like a break the lymphatic system. So of course, it's going to slow down the pain and all the shit coming out if you do detox for a long time, because you need a certain times, like weeks and months, to activate the process. So you need to be 70% minimum on the raw food, and fruits. Because if you do cook food every day, even once, you're never going to do it. You're going to feel better because you're spending less energy every day because you're adding less stuff, but you're never going to do this job, Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jordi. Jordi says I'm a dude. Sorry, dude. but yeah.
All good.
And so, Sebi said something similar. I think he said, on some natives, their diet was 80 to 90% water, you know, whether that's in the water in the form of cusca, which is like a native cucumber, a non-hybrid cucumber, or whatever it is. And then the rest can be solids, right? But again, just like our body, we shouldn't be ingesting a higher proportion of solids than water, because our body itself is mostly water, right? So it's these kinds of things. Hydration is so important. And yeah, one thing I'll add, Ben, just my addition, right? If you're gonna cook, don't do potatoes and carrots. Go on Dr. Sebi's list, cook those foods if you're gonna cook. If you're gonna cook, right? If you don't have to, don't.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, because it's all about the water, like we said, you know.
Yes.
So if you are healthy and you have a good water, just the water is gonna feed you, because water has oxygen, has a high level of frequency energy. So just by drinking the water, you're gonna feed your body.
Yes.
If you're able to have a good frequency and good water.
And so Simplicity Revealed, so she is Julia, right? And Julia is near this land that has a 9.5 pH water, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, and she's saying, I hope he'll stop by here while in Portugal, but not look in my eyes, lol. So definitely, man. So yeah, so Julia, I just had a talk with her. We're gonna release a video soon talking about how, yeah, that's one of the properties we're looking at, where it's real simple, like you said. There's not much housing area, but we can set up tents. Immediately, we start planting fruit trees, and like you said, no preparation. You know, this property can be easy property, or the more high frequency property where it's not about all this extra prep, all this extra effort. You know what I mean? Just straight and simple, seasonal fruit. You know, when the time is right, cosmically, it will give it to you. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah. Because most of the time you just have to wait until it fall down, you know, from the tree.
Yes, exactly.
That's why it's full of sugar. So
and you know,
everything is beautiful and perfect, but you have to understand, because even everything we have inside, we think we have the guts and everything to eat, but it's here to confuse us. We always have to go to simplicity. It's not because it's here you have to use it, you know?
Yes. 100%. And people, this is the thing, sickness is complex, isn't it, man? Sickness is
it's
so
mind.
complex.
It's mind. It's no soul. It's the mind problem.
Yes,
you know?
That's why we call it a complexion. Or
oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like if someone has a complexion, or if someone is compulsive, because again, it's very complex, you know, to keep a problem going, right? To keep lying to your own body of what it needs is so hard, man. All you have to do is look at your eyes.
To see how it goes, exactly. And that's the beauty of it, yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, do you have anything else to say? I'd love to do more and more of these short segments, because, you know, some people, it's a lot for their, you know, a lot of food on their plate, you know, already. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So yeah, anytime, and let me know and find another subject, but everything is always related. So
yes. And then, yeah,
always find something to talk about.
Yeah, right before we go, Julia just said, just plant feed the human waste in water and weight. And this is the other thing, Ben, is if we're eating only alkaline foods and we're not eating poison, our poop is not poison. The reason why we have toilets, same with the kitchen, the reason why we have toilets is because there's acidic stuff there. You know, there's extra effort, there's extra toxin.
That's why you smell.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what Sebi said, is the organic race, meaning the people who ate organic food, their poo don't smell that much. You know, their poo, you can touch it. Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, if the mother do the job before having a baby and while she's pregnant, while she's gonna feed the baby with the breast, you know, with the milk she has, she will never have kind of to change the baby. No diaper. Because nothing's going out, because everything is gonna eat, is gonna use it, because it's liquid.
Yes.
So when you're really healthy, and that's why when they change the diet, especially around 6 months, because they go to the pediatrician, how do you call it? The doctor for the babies?
Exactly.
Yeah,
or
this one.
Or whatever.
Around 6 months, it's going to start to add the chicken and meat and fish.
Yeah.
So it's going to start to stink for a baby. So when you're going to change your baby, it's going to stink. Even with vegetables.
Yes.
You know, with those little cooked things they give to baby with the famous brand and shit.
Yeah.
It's going to stink, and vegetables stink, man. Oh, it's gross.
Yeah, and so one person is asking, you know, for help. You know, what should she or he be eating if he's peripheral neuropathy and arthritis is very bad? And again, this is where I say, man, since you were bringing up the kids, sea moss, man, I have to say. And you were saying it's in the ocean, probably not the best, right? Because it's not available.
We'll have to talk, but it's so good, man. Because
you know,
listen, it's not because you don't feel what you're adding, it means it's not bad for you.
Yes.
But you're healthy, you're young, you have a lot of energy.
Yes.
That's what people don't understand. They're going to exercise a lot. They're going to still recover. They're going to smoke a lot or drink a lot, hangover, and then it's done. It doesn't mean you're not going to damage something inside. That's my point.
Yes.
Remember, the only 4 things you're never going to damage anything: rest, love, fruits, and oxygen.
Yes, sir.
And for the fruits, if you don't have too much inflammation and if you have kidney filtration. So,
but I will say, Ben, while we're sick, perhaps we do need to seek out these things that do have the minerals we need, right? And I think maybe down the line we won't need CMOS. All the minerals we need will be in the fruits that we're producing. But certain people, they're in cities, they don't have access to good fruits. Most of the fruits are full of pesticides, full of or lacking of micronutrients and all of these things. That's the only reason why I'm still like saying these things. But so to this person, real quick, Ben, I will just say, first thing I think you should do is remineralize, and at the same time take away all the acid. So immediately I'm saying take out starch, which is carbonic acid,
milk, dairies.
Exactly. Lactose, get that shit out. Uric acid, meat, get it out, right? Get all the acids.
And cook food. Avoid cooked food. Make it only once every 3 days, maybe on the beginning. So feel how you goes,
If you're sick, you better hold back on the cooked food, definitely, man. And then and I'll also say, because Dr. Moore still uses teas to target things and stuff. He still uses herbs, and then so I will say on my Dear Hippocrates channel, there are a bunch of native herbs I've listed. You can find native herbs on your own that I didn't list. I'm not affiliated. I'm not selling these things. I'm just giving you the names of the herbs, right? So what you can do is go on Etsy or go on wherever, find these herbs and then supplement them in your diet. Why? Because these herbs have the minerals your body needs to rebuild itself. These herbs are native, therefore they're high pH. And this is what a lot of people are lacking. And that's what I want our community to put at the forefront is fruits and herbs that have high pH and that have the minerals that are the micronutrients that are necessary to rebuild and reconstitute the human body. So that's what I have to say to him. But what do you want to add to that? Let me read it for you one more time. Hey guys, I'm talking to both of you to get some ideas. I have peripheral neuropathy and arthritis very bad. Where do I start to better myself? Please help. I really do appreciate any ideas.
Yeah, so still avoiding the cooked food, but he's really going to feel it after 2-3 days, no cooked food.
Yes.
He's going to have a lot of release and less inflammation. So he's going to feel a little better, and you still have to work this way, like avoiding, not going also too much, but it's all good now. It's a winter season. Avoiding the stronger fruits like the grape, pineapple, citrus, orange, a lot of astringents and antioxidants. So you want to avoid that too much when you already have a lot of pain, People have to understand, until we clean and remove a lot of quantity of shit, we have to avoid the aggression. It's not because it's soft, it's fruit, it will be good for you.
Yes, exactly.
Because fruits don't kid, they do the job. If you're not ready, they don't care. So
and some people are not ready for hard-hitting fruits. You know what I mean?
So it's always about slowing down, and sometimes it's always also better to have a nap instead of eating something.
Exactly, man. Exactly. People have this compulsion of needing to eat. So
people usually they come back from outside 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, and what they're gonna do instead of go to bed, they're gonna eat something.
Exactly.
It's even worse. It's even worse.
Ben, Jordy is asking one more question. Why can someone experience getting cold after eating melon or watermelon? Because it's alkaline, right?
No. Because it's gonna be really strong on you, and you're gonna lose especially he talked about the extremity. That's why it's very specific, because the food's gonna activate a lot of works inside. So you're gonna use a lot of energy. And because at your level where you are, the moment where you're doing the things with the symptomatic and the problem you have, you're gonna have symptomatic like cold fingers and feet maybe. So it's part of the job. You have to pass those phases to be better. I had cold fingers and feet for 15 years, so I know exactly what he's talking about. Especially when I was doing it in winter, I was drinking my greens juice in winter, and I was getting so fucking cold, man. Because you're adding a quantity of water, and your body getting cold because it doesn't have already enough energy to make it go,
Exactly.
So many things. I mean, you just slow down, you take your time to eat your fruits,
Yes.
Like the same for people drinking the juice. They don't understand half a liter I don't know how it is in ounces, half a liter.
Yeah, half a liter. I don't know.
You need the 30, 45 minutes to drink it because you're going to chew each sip, you know?
Yes.
So people drink it too quick, and
Yeah,
so you need to take time.
Hey, Ben, Simplicity Revealed is asking if you have a YouTube channel. Yeah.
Unfortunately not. I wasn't good too much to do it. I will have to maybe, but like I said, it's good to have someone to share like you know, who already have the knowledge, so we can share together and ask questions because we have experience and specificity about what we're doing and our knowledge, you know. Because you're young, you don't have too much experience yet, but you know a lot and you understand a lot, you know. You like 90% of what you understand, man. It's fantastic, you know, 95, 98. But you need the little things with experience to do and to understand how it goes, you know.
Yes.
But if it was just people like you on the planet, everything will be safe, you know. We don't care because there's no negativity, you know what I'm saying? It's all about on a good way. Then you have to know exactly where to go.
Yes, but I encourage you to have a channel because I don't want you to be limited to Star Show's time. So yeah, I encourage you for that.
Someone else I'm like at the age to doing it, but maybe if I'm more in touch with you to let me explain, and then I'll be good, you know.
Yes, 100%.
I suck with computers and technology, so.
And I'll help you start up a channel if you want to too. Sean Air is saying, do you know anything about drinking seawater? I heard Santos's co-host Daniel mention a few weeks that he drinks seawater daily. I don't know about that.
So those have been using a lot with injection, you know, to slow down the inflammation, like a regular injection, you know. You do a lot for the knees, for the legs, but it's like something on the side, you know, like using the cannabis oil to remove the pain.
I see.
It's something you use at the moment to avoid the problems, you know, if you're able to do it, if you have to do it. But usually with the diet and everything, most of the people who do that because they don't know how to do the job with the diet, you know.
I see. Got it. Okay, so that's a very good thing. So it's like in medicine, because medicine really, if you go into the etymology, is moderation. You know what I mean? So it's everything in moderation. That's what medicine is. So yeah, definitely. But yeah, I've heard that seawater dehydrates you. So I can't imagine why you would want to drink seawater unless, like Ben says, it's like a specific medical purpose, like you're trying to clean a wound or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, it depends how you use it, you know, because when you go to swim at the beach and you swallow some salty water, it's gross, man. You don't want to drink that. So,
you know what, Ben, let's finish with this because I think we're just gonna get more and more questions. Jody says, how not to lose too much weight and get extremely skinny while mostly eating fruit?
You have to lose the water, we said. It's all water retention. So you got to empty with the bad shit to then pop out, you know? So it's part of the job.
Wouldn't you also say, you know, you could do some more veggies then, right? Because I'm pretty sure that's what Dr. Morse goes into, but sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he says it's a myth, you know, you don't have to use vegetables to get buff and stuff. But for horses and stuff, they really buffen up with alfalfa. So I would say
bioavailability. It's always bioavailability if you're made with the enzymes you have and what you have been made with. So it's pieces.
Yeah, I would say to Jody, just work out lots and eat lots of fruit. You know, Hold
on. When you're skinny and you've been doing the job of detoxing, you barely have energy, so you don't want to exercise.
I see.
Remember, you only have one energy to do your job since you were born until you're gonna die. Yeah. So why are you using all this energy to detox? You don't do much. You sleep, you're quiet, you go to nature, you just walk. Your job is to get rest when you detox. Because you focus on yourself, on your health.
Yes.
If you can avoid to go working or shit like that, it's fantastic, you know? That would be the best recovery. I was doing my detox at the high level of stress, working 12 hours a day, you know? And I was burning myself at the same time I was doing my detox. So you really need to know how to do shit, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, man, you hit it on the head. So let's see. So you are executive spiritual connecting Yeshua.
It's all about patience.
Okay, so there's something else, but yeah, that's pretty much most of the questions. Is there anything you would like to close with? And yeah, let's do another one real quick, like within the week or whatever.
Yeah, let me know. No problem. No, I think we're pretty good. Like, if we wait for the question, we'll be here all night or something, all day. So it's all good, man. No problem. Just let the people, they can still have ask question and.
Exactly. So yeah, you can reach out to Ben, Telegram, Discord. I'm going to encourage him to start a channel and yeah, different things like that.
If you can put Dr. Moore's video on it, maybe if you want me to send you the link and then you can put it on the chat or
that would be even better.
The videos. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So fantastic. Thank you, Ben, for giving us your time, and peace out. Right.
All right, peace, man.